Why does your dog turn its back to you? The signal of trust you mistake for dismissal. Why do they even do that? Is it a sign they want to be alone, that they're bored with your presence, or that they simply don't want to be bothered? Don't be fooled. The most obvious answer is almost always the least true. Most owners interpret this gesture as a small act of disdain. It's easy to look at your best friend's back and think, he doesn't need me right now. But that conclusion, while comforting, ignores one of the deepest and most sacred communication signals a dog can send. The truth behind that turn is a silent revelation about your bond. It's physical, undeniable proof that your dog sees you not just as an owner, but as their anchor point, the ultimate protector, the only security zone in their life. And what happens when you react poorly to this gesture can subtly weaken the trust it took him so long to build. Stick around, because what your dog reveals with its back turned might forever change how you understand unconditional love. Number 1, it's not disinterest, it's surrender. You think your dog turned its back because it lost interest in talking or cuddling, but that's a human reading of canine behavior. Dogs are at their core creatures of instinct and survival. The back, spine, and neck are the most vulnerable areas of a dog's body. They contain major blood vessels and the spinal cord, vital parts that need protection in any risky situation. That's why in a fight or a moment of fear, they tend to curl up and guard these areas. By turning its back to you, on the sofa, in bed, or even on the floor, your dog is consciously placing its most vulnerable side into your keeping. It is literally saying, I trust you to protect my weakness. There is no more powerful gesture of voluntary submission and absolute trust than this. He knows on an instinctual level that as long as his back is facing you, he can let his guard down. He trusts you to be his eyes in the back of his head. It's the surrender of a warrior in a field of peace. But here's the twist most owners never see, especially those with older dogs or a history of anxiety. As much as this is a gesture of confidence, the need to surrender might hide a health issue. Later on, we'll talk about a specific sign of vulnerability that manifests in this back turn and how you might unknowingly be ignoring a chronic pain your loyal friend is trying to silently communicate every night. Number 2, your scent doesn't just calm him, it protects him. Why doesn't he turn its back to the wall or the chair? Why does he always seek out your body or an object that smells like you, like the pillow you just used? The answer is in the scent, but not the way you think. A dog's scent is his operating system, his map of the world. Your body odor, the scent of your products, even the smell of your home on him acts as a protective barrier for the dog. By turning his back, the dog is creating a double protection zone. He protects himself from dangers coming from outside, those he can't see, and at the same time, he immerses himself in your scent. This has a direct effect on his nervous system, reducing his heart rate and lowering cortisol levels, the stress hormone. He is not just relaxing, he is using you as an invisible chemical shield. This is different from just loving you. This is relying on your biological chemistry for his very survival.
Number 3, the difference between facing away and backing up to you. Where your dog chooses to turn his back is crucial. If he just stays in the same room but facing away, he is resting but still keeping a subtle eye on you. That's moderate trust. But if he actively leans his back against your leg, your arm, or even your foot, he is elevating the level of trust to 100%. When a dog makes this physical contact with his most vulnerable part, he is establishing a tactile connection that is rare and special. He doesn't just trust you with protection, he uses you as physical support for relaxation. Think about, if the dog has his back leaning on you, he doesn't need to worry about the space you occupy. He can completely relax his muscles and even enter a deeper sleep. This act of leaning is what separates I love you from I depend on you to feel completely safe. It's a silent communication that says, my weight is yours, my rest is your responsibility. Number 4, your dog turns you into an involuntary rear guard. Have you noticed that pack dogs snuggle together, often with one facing outwards? In a group, there is always an individual who takes on the role of rear guard, the one who stays vigilant while the others sleep or rest. When your dog turns its back to you, it is delegating to you, consciously or not, this vital function. It allows you to be the guard, relieving him of the obligation to watch the perimeter behind him. This is a huge relief for him. And as dogs age, this role becomes even more critical. Older dogs have less sharp hearing and vision and may feel more pain when moving quickly. Trusting you to cover his rear allows him to truly rest. You are becoming his first alarm, his sentry. But here is the warning you need to hear. If you get up too often, move around too much, or are noisy, you may be breaking this pact. And if this safety is broken, the anxious dog may stop turning his back, becoming perpetually vigilant, leading to a drastically inferior quality of sleep. Your restlessness affects his peace, and you might be making your dog sleep worse without realizing it.
Number 5. Proximity is a choice. Distance is a warning sign. You are doing everything right, and your dog turns his back often. That's great. But what happens when this ritual stops? If your dog, who used to turn its back to you, suddenly starts moving away, or lying facing the exterior of the room, this could be a warning sign. This is not just a mood change, it's a break in the trust chain, or a symptom of something deeper. In many cases, the refusal to turn its back may indicate that the dog has pain in the spine, hips, or joints, and cannot find a comfortable position near you. Or, and this is the crucial point, he may be feeling that your energy is unstable if you are stressed, anxious, or sick. He senses that your security field is compromised and instinctively begins to guard himself instead of trusting you with the guard. His moving away in this case is not disinterest. It's his way of saying, my guard is compromised and I need to regain control of my protection. If the distance is new, intense, or accompanied by other signs, eating less, whining more, don't ignore it. Number 6. The turned back is your emotional thermometer. When your dog turns its back, it's not just about physical safety, it's also a mirror of your emotional state. In moments of great stress in the house, a move, a fight, a new family member, the dog uses this gesture to create a moment of guaranteed peace. He seeks your presence to neutralize the tension in the environment. The dog, like a thermometer, absorbs and reflects the emotional temperature of the house. By turning his back, he is connecting to your calmer energy, using you as a filter against the chaos outside. This is a privilege, but also a responsibility. The dog is telling you, I need your stability now more than ever. If you are going through a tough phase, the fact that he snuggles with his back to you is his vote of confidence, the silent recognition that despite the turbulence, you are still his safe harbor. Number 7. The silent pact of loyalty before sleep. Your dog, by turning its back, is celebrating a sacred ritual with you every night. It's the moment when the line between dog and owner disappears and pure partnership takes over. His last conscious moment before sleeping and the first upon waking is you. He entrusts you with his sleep, which is the most vulnerable state of any creature. It is proof that he forgives you for the day's mistakes, the scolding, or the time spent apart. It is not the sleep itself that matters, but the final act of positioning himself. It is the last thing he does before shutting down. This is a non-verbal pact of loyalty. And what most people miss is how quickly the dog wakes up if you move or cough. This instant reaction shows that, even in sleep, a part of him is tuned into your rhythm. He is your guard, even with his back turned. So, the next time you see your dog turn its back, don't touch him right away. Just breathe. Understand that it's not dismissal. It's the purest form of trust. He is giving you the key to his castle, which is his vulnerability. Every inch of contact is a quiet conversation that says, I am safe. You are my home. It is a loyalty that doesn't need words, just presence. If these silent moments mean as much to you as they do to your best friend, and if you've learned to read this new signal of trust, take a second to like this video so more owners can discover what the turned back gesture truly means. Share it with that friend who worries too much when their dog turns its back. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel and comment below, what does your dog do to show you that he considers you his ultimate guardian? Your story might be the next we translate.